own food if you can. If you can't grow a lot of your own, go to farmers markets. Okay? I brought with me on this trip homemade fig preserves. Okay? Y'all don't know if anybody ever eat fig preserves. A bunch of Yankees, y'all don't know anything. Y'all eat rhubarb. Rhubarb eaters. I'm surrounded by rhubarb. Figs grow well with no care at all in the South. They are predictable. I made these figs. My children helped me pick figs 2 weeks ago. We made fig preserves from their great-great-grandmother's fig tree. Okay? My kids know about climbing in it. They know about picking. They know about sorting them out, getting the bad ones out, cutting the stems off, all those details, making figs. When the revolution comes, my wife, who's a hotshot lawyer, she says that lawyers can be among the first to be lined up and shot. Okay? But people who can grow food will be spared. Okay? So my kids know that they've been to Vermont, and they know that they can get Vermont maple syrup at every Piggly Wiggly. Y'all know what Piggly Wiggly is? Every Piggly Wiggly in Mississippi has Vermont maple syrup, but you got to know somebody to get homemade fig preserves. Okay? This is slow food, but it's also slow gardening because you're enjoying things, and we will have something sweet to eat in the middle. By the way, I brought a case of this, and a friend of mine over in Pennsylvania swapped me out some strawberry rhubarb preserve. Is he playing a joke on me? I mean, it's not going to hurt to eat it, is it? So that's what slow gardening is. If you want a real quick rundown, I've got a list of a few things that you can do that you already do these things, but you don't think about them. Okay? You don't think about sharing with others. You don't think about talking with children about gardening. There's some fantastic children's gardens all over the New England, all over the country. But all you have to do is bend down and wiggle your finger in the grass and talk about whatever you find with the child. If you're lucky, it'll be a roly-poly. Okay? But if you'll just talk with a child for a little while and engage them, you can change that child's attitude about not only the world, but maybe about grown-ups. Okay? So that's what slow gardening is. Go to my website. I'll tell you what it is just a second. Again, it's non-commercial. I don't keep track of who goes there. Click on the thing called slow gardening. Okay? And see if it's not things that you already do that maybe just haven't focused on. And that's my job here today, is just get us relaxed a little bit. I want to throw out one last thing before we go. This bottle tree. Anybody have a bottle tree? Okay? You got a bottle tree? A lot of people don't get it. Okay? It's where you take an old tree that died and you stick bottles on the branches. Okay? Who's been to Sissinghurst? Okay? You know when you go up the tower about halfway up, they got that window with all the glass in it? In the wintertime, particularly people up north have colorful glass bottles in your window. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? And the reason you do that is because in the wintertime, your pineal gland, that thing that affects your attitude, shrinks up, okay? You get what they call seasonal affective disorder, the blues. You put a little colorful glass in the window, and it stimulates you a little bit, it sparks you up, okay? Well, bottle trees are just taking it out to the yard, okay? And by the way, some people don't like bottle trees. My way of thinking, if you think it's okay to hang stuff out of holes in your ears, you can shut up about my bottle tree. We're just trying to have a little fun. Now, local artists do this, and it's supposed to be swirly, growing organic and swirly. It's an artistic thing. And these car tags, what do y'all call them? We call them car tags. License plates. Help me out here. All of mine say Madison County on the side. I'm not from Madison County. I'm a little artsy-fartsy community, and Madison County is the gated community county. And I do this with all Madison County because it honks them off. When I say honk them off, you know what I'm talking about? See, so I'm being even a little expressive in a mean way with this kind of thing. But when I'm driving down the road, and I hear my wind chimes going, and I smell rosemary wafted around the cab, okay, and I can check my rain gauge, and if I want to carry watermelons in the back of it to my friend Roger Swain over in New Hampshire, that's what a pickup truck is for. I call this my truck truck, and all I'm trying to do is have a little fun. Okay? Any questions? Have I blown it out? See, you never get invited back, so let's just blow it out. By the way, whose poodle is that? Do you clip it and all that stuff? Do y'all have trouble with people who prune trucks poorly? You know what pollarding is when you cut them back little balls? Is that good or bad? Who says it's good? Who says it's bad?
Long Island out here.
Long Island. A shrub doesn't care if it's been pollarded any more than that poodle cares if it's been pruned into a poodle shape. Some people say you shouldn't do that stuff because it's not natural. Folks, neither is plucking eyebrows. Okay? I'm just saying, there's different ways of looking at stuff. And all I'm trying to do here today is say, you know, it's okay to lighten up in the garden. Martha Stewart quoted me, my name. By the way, I was on a radio program. She said something about how I look. I said, look, Martha, I look like a Bubba, I sound like a Bubba, I drive a Bubba pickup truck, but I'm no more of a Bubba than you are a stereotypical blonde. She didn't hang up on me. But she quoted me as saying, it doesn't matter what you do or how you do it, your neighbors are going to talk about you anyway. Go forth and have fun. Thank you. FelderRushing.net. Not .com, .net for network. You want to see some cheesy stuff? Check it out. There you go.
My name is Addie, and my colleague Pat and I are working on Min's Garden and a couple of other gardens around campus. And we'd like to invite the Cornell community, those that are not part of the conference but are here after the conference. For every Wednesday, we have Weeding Wednesday. We meet in the Mann Courtyard at noon. We give out free ice cream, and we go around to all the different gardens. We do weeding, and we talk about, you know, the different blooms of